Ladies and gentlemen, welcome or welcome back to White Gaming. Today we're going to be talking about the building in Forever Skies. Now if you don't know, last week the developers gave me access to a preview build of the game where we got to have a little bit of a look around the starting area and a little bit of a peek on the actual open world. We didn't get too long in there, but it was a hell of a lot of fun. If you haven't checked that video out, it is in the link down below in the description. Check it out. What are you doing? It's an awesome video. The game looks amazing. But today we're going to be focusing on the building aspect of the game. Now I know a lot of people are interested in this, and especially the airship side of things, how that's going to work, what we're going to be able to build with it. Now for what we've got at the moment, we're just going off of that little preview. So we couldn't go full on and actually extend the airship to its maximum capacity, but what we could do is get a nice feel for the actual building systems and a rough look at what we'd be able to do when we can upgrade those systems and look into a larger ship, increase the weight, all of that kind of funky stuff. Now it is such a simplistic system, which I absolutely love about it. That is one of my favourite building types. This Subnautica, sort of 7 Days to Die, a little bit more complex, a little bit more detailed, but they're all pretty damn simple. Unlike games like Green Hell and The Forest, where obviously you have to collect every single stick, every single bit of rope to actually build what you want to build. Whereas these, it's pretty simple. Like I say, the Subnautica way, and like now the Forever Skies way, where you can go get your materials, you can then build this wall, or you can build this desk, or you can build this bed, or you fabricate certain bits. Just think it's a really nice, easy way of doing it. It's a very relaxing approach to base building, although we are obviously up in the sky and we could drop down at any moment and probably get squished, but it's just a nice relaxing way of doing it, as well as the way that we actually gather the materials through the extractor, and then once again even bigger form, the deck extractor. It just makes things so simple and so relaxing. It's an enjoyable experience building in this game. So before we show off the main building bit, I do want to just talk about the farming process. Once you've got yourself a deck extractor, farming is the most streamlined process you can think of. It is so nice. All you've got to do is set your airship to autopilot and just leave it. Let it do its thing whilst you go out onto your deck extractor and take out as much as possible. Which I love. I love that idea. I think it's so cool. Especially if you're traveling long distances, you need a load of materials, it just kills that time. Whereas on games like Subnautica, when you were set in autopilot, you'd just be sat there waiting to get to your destination. Now you're not. Obviously the one major thing you do have to watch out for is that you ain't going to crash into anything, because that's not fun, let me tell you. But deconstructing bits like this, all the big scaffolding, it gives you so many resources. And it makes the buildings crumble, which I absolutely love. I think that is such a cool feature. Oh, can we grab that last one there? Nice, we got it. So now we've got a load of metal. I've got a load of resources. So let's talk a little bit about the actual ship building process itself. So before you start actually building, you're going to need to get yourself one of these things on my wrist here, which is the build tool. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. And to get one, it is pretty damn simple. You just need to find a fabricator, which, whether there'll be one there at the start, like I've seen in the start of the game here and the gameplay episode that we showed last week, I'm not 100% sure. On launch it could be completely different, and we could have to actually go out and make a fabricator somehow. Don't know how we'd make one without one, but yeah, you need one of these tools, and a fabricator makes this. All it costs is a few tiny little resources. It doesn't actually cost that much at all. As you can see here, it just costs a bit of metal, bit of glass, and a solid state battery. Now solid state batteries are some of the hardest things to come across at the moment, but if you see that red light over there, once you head over to those things, that is where they are. Now the build tool in of itself is such a cool thing. Look at that, it just looks awesome. So when you're building, obviously it pops out with these little weird things. I don't know what they are, but they're quite cool. And then once you're actually deconstructing, it turns into a yellow piece and everything around you turns into red blocks, which I really like. Now for the build modules, they are cool. There's not much at the moment. Obviously, we're going to be seeing. I'd hope to think we'd see a lot more on launch, but we shall see. Maybe customizable or different colours, things like that. But obviously, we've got our main rooms, small cockpit. I know we can unlock different things, and then finally the catwalk, along with glass floors, window walls, metal floor, all that kind of stuff. But when you build an actual room itself, it just comes up with these blank panels here. And then down here, these are actually floor panels that you put in. So all in all, to make things look a little bit pretty, it will cost a few more materials, but just to have it standard and looking black and dull. But you can always slap some posters up, right? Even if you just want to go with the flooring, it's still not that bad. It's quite cool. I like the idea that we can have it dull and sort of dingy and, you know, end of the world style, or we can make it look really pretty, add loads of colour and turn it into something that's your own, which I think is quite unique. But with the actual building system itself, it is so simple. You click whatever you click and then bish bash bosh, that's it. Oh, I don't want to place that. I keep doing that. It's really irritating. I've just realised that I won't actually be able to get around there to get this catwalk off. So let's go into removal mode again, and like I say, you just point and click. That is it. It's so simple. Remove that, bish bash bosh, build again. So easy. Something that I do think is really cool though, and that is the glass floors. The glass floors just look epic. Look at that. Even if you don't want anything going around the sides, you could just have a glass floor. Right, let's just control the ship quick and we'll take it all the way back up as high as I can go. I can't go very high at the moment. We haven't got too many modules. Obviously, as I mentioned at the start of the video, we've only got a set amount of time. So I've only been able to do what I can in that amount of time, which it's a shame. I would definitely love to see a lot more, but we shall see. Hopefully we'll see some more very soon. Now, window wall, what have we got? We haven't got enough to make a window wall, but we can make some doors. But look at that, we got a door there. Let's put a door there. Doors for everybody. So as I was saying, there's the metal wall there, so now we can add that, which just livens up the colour a little bit. Just makes it look that little bit prettier, which I kind of like. It's simple, but it does the job. It just adds that little bit of oomph to it, you know? And then obviously we've got our catwalks, which you can place in all the way around here, and just have a nice little stroll around our ship. We need a hell of a lot more metal to actually build a lot. It's actually really difficult to get the amount of resources in such a short amount of time. But as I said earlier, when you're moving from A to B and not having to worry, and you've got a load of that good stuff, then it's just going to make things so streamlined. I mean, personally, I won't have. I think when it comes to actually a full build, I'm not going to have a catwalk going all the way around the ship. I'm just going to have a little bit of a catwalk, probably just to the front, potentially. I'm not too sure yet. There's so many things that I want to try and mess around with that I haven't had the chance to do yet. I just think it's going to be such a beautiful thing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Just everything that we're going to be able to do and play with. Obviously, it's nighttime at the moment as well, which makes everything just look stunning. So far, though, very interested. Absolutely loving everything about the build mode. I just think it's so streamlined and smooth. And it's just easy as well. I don't see any issues that people would have with this. It's so easy to follow, whereas some games can be really difficult with their build system. But no, Forever Skies is not. Forever Skies is cool. I like it. It's easy, it's simple, and we're about to end the demo time as well, which is a pain in the ass. Let's go. 31. Oh, and it ended. Now even the interior of your ship can look pretty. As you saw at the start of the video, we were putting up posters. As I mentioned, it could be something nice just to cover those dark bits, just like that there, just to basically save you those materials on making the walls look a little bit prettier. And then also we can have things like desks, storage boxes. At the moment, that's what we can really see. Bed, storage box, desk. Obviously, you've got your fabricator there. And then we place the desk down, bish, bash, bosh. It just adds to the interior, makes it feel that little bit more homely. Which, games like that, I like that. Some things might not even be useful, but they're there and they just look bloody cool. Love it. So ladies and gentlemen, that is my opinion on the building aspects that we've seen so far. I'm planning on doing, if there's content available, content on Fridays for Forever Skies going forward. Hopefully we still see a little bit more. We had that little bit of a demo. They are doing playtests at the moment, so stay tuned on their socials for that. I don't think they've closed the playtesting applications as of yet, so head over to their socials. All the links are in the description below. For now though, that is it from me. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on the video because we will be covering Forever Skies in full from now up until it launches, and then we are going to go in and do a hell of a load of cool guides, all that kind of funky stuff. I've been Wired, you've been awesome, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week with some more Forever Skies.